up on the board, and I'm also gonna look at Schoology. Okay. In here, you do create. In Schoology, on your iPad, you are going to the first yellow scratch folder, the first one, or second one, sorry. Second scratch folder, it's called Loops. Click on that. We did the first part already, and everybody should have turned in the Scratch Fish assignment. A few people still owe it to me. If you weren't here last time, see me after. So today we're gonna start first with this exercise, using X and Y coordinates to repeat until, and a loop to repeat until. And we're gonna start to make this maze game. Remember, these look purple, but they're actually blue. You do not have to use their code. You can write your own code. I have to figure out where to put that treats in the way. In direction number 2, it says push the enlarge button, but we don't do that to enlarge our sprite. Instead, we go to where it says size. My pointer. We go for each sprite, we go to where it says size right here, and we can change that number. If I change it to 25 from 100, my little cat goes to 1/4 the size. Right? That was step 2. Step 3 shows you the blue set X, set Y coordinates. You're gonna practice that. And then you're gonna build your game board. It does not have to be green and brown the way they show, but you're gonna go to the stage, right there, right? There's your stage. Just like last time, I'm gonna point, I'm gonna go to the paintbrush to get it into draw mode. I'm gonna pick the color I want for my background. I'm gonna pick a kind of light blue. And then I'm gonna change my outline by clicking on the red slash mark to be no outline. You're gonna want it to be no outline today because you don't want a black outline. If you're gonna do a command, we're gonna show you the sensing command in a minute. If you're gonna do a command like the sensing command where you hit something and stop, if you have the black outline, it's not gonna stop because it's gonna hitting black and it's not hitting the other color. All right, I'm gonna do a rectangle the way we did before. We already practiced this on my background, and you see that changed my stage over here to that color that I wanted. Now I'm gonna switch to the paintbrush, and I'm gonna switch to a different color for my background. I'm gonna make it red. Now I'm actually going back to the outline thing, the rectangle tool. And again, I'm gonna make some rectangles. They don't have to be rectangles. You could make them circles. You can make whatever shape you wanted out there. To make obstacles for your guys to go around when you make this chase game, that's the point of these, is to have obstacles. They can be any shape you want. You can just draw a shape and then fill it in with the fill feature. That would work also. Don't spend too much time though on the sprites or on the backgrounds. And then you're going to finish these steps. You can do their code, you can do your own code. One last thing to know. Remember in my code, I'm gonna click on my, I did not mean to do that. In my code, for my sprite, I'm using the cat. You can use the other ones that they have. You can make your own, again, if you don't spend too much time. I'm gonna click an event tile and bring the when green flag is clicked over. And then I'm gonna go to these loop tiles. We used these last time, right? These loop tiles. But instead of the repeat so many times or repeat forever, I'm gonna go down here and use the repeat until and it has a color. Right? And then it has a place to attach a sensing tile. Sensing tiles are blue. You're gonna attach the repeat until touching this color, and you hook that to there, like that. See that? Now how do you get the right color? You click on the color spot, again, right there. Click on that, and then click on the fill bucket at the bottom, and then take your pointer and go to the color you want to have it stop on, and click, and that changed it. Do you see that? Now you're gonna go to the motion tiles. You can use these set X and Y tiles that are here. Change X to something, change Y to something. Remember to go left, use a minus sign. To go right, use a plus sign with your number. Those numbers are in pixels. And you maybe wanna start your guy all the way to the left. You might wanna do that before the loop. Set X2, set Y2, and then put some motion tiles in there. Or put in, again, in the sensing tiles, there's also the go until you're touching something. Look at the code that's in Schoology. You can use that code, you can use your own code. Now, this is just an exercise, you're not turning it in yet. From this one, you're gonna save your code. How do we save code on that one machine? You click on File, up here, File, Save to your computer. Then it's saved. Then you move on in Schoology to the next thing in the Loops folder, which is the assignment, it's due today, called Scratch Chase Game. You're gonna add another sprite. You have to have 2 sprites. Again, I don't care if you use theirs or if you use the, ones that you draw. It's up to you. But you have to have a background, you have to have 2 sprites. And then you have to have code that does some kind of chase. Okay? And it talks about how to do that in this part of the Scratch Chase Game. And then you turn it in to this assignment it's due today. Questions? You turn the photo of it. You don't have to have a video. Even though it's a moving thing, you have to have a photo. Make sure that your photo includes the code and the stage. So you're showing that where the action's happening, but I also need you to include the code in your picture. At least for one of the sprites, you won't be able to see both. Who has a question? Everybody knows what to do? Right, go to work. I'll be around if you do have questions.